Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians Cast Unlimited. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with our newest member, Jay. How are you, Jay?
All right, Matrix Lord, how are you?
All right, so tell us about your Doctor Who experience. What got you into the show? When did you start?
Well, I started about a month or two ago. I was watching a Real Whovians cast that you
Right.
were doing, and I got interested by what y'all were explaining. And I had commented that I have never heard of Doctor Who. And I don't know if it was you or one of the cast members that said, you'll love it. And they gave me a description of where to find it.
Right.
So I went on the internet and I watched the first pilot and I liked it.
So you watched the one from originally 1963?
Yes.
From nice. The first Unearthly Child? All right.
Yes.
William Hartnell?
And it was great from what I saw. Some of it was audio because it didn't have full video, just pictures and audio.
Okay.
And it was great. And I went down even further after finishing those episodes and saw more of him. And I said, I wonder about the others, because you kept saying about there were other doctors.
Right.
Well, I got to the third Doctor. That's my favorite one. The third Doctor.
Sweet. Yeah.
I love that guy. I am on right now an episode called Colony of Space.
Nice.
I love that episode.
I smile when people get to Doctor Who. It's so exciting that you're experiencing the joy that I had and everybody else did too when you first saw it.
It's like the very first time I ever saw Star Trek.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps and everything. I just couldn't keep my eyes off of the screen.
Yeah. It's like I said, I've watched it since I was like 5 in kindergarten. Before I even knew how to read or write, I was watching Doctor Who. And I just was a nut with it. For like growing up, I even got beat up in the schoolyard because nobody knew what it was in America. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? What's Doctor Who? Everybody's playing Star Wars figures and this, that, or this, that. It was like, so it was just, finally in like 2000, wasn't 2005 or 7 or 8, whatever, Doctor Who started to get popular over here.
Right.
And I didn't feel alone anymore, And then, I started doing videos on YouTube in 2011, December. And then we started doing the Whovians podcast. I was recruited by the guy, Old Doc. And then I wound up doing my own show, The Real Whovians Cast. And bringing all my buddies on there. So, and over 1,100, and God, I don't even remember half the time. So I keep doing them so many times. I think it was 1,150 we just did. Just talking about Doctor Who podcast. And I love it. I mean, it's been around for over 54 years. Great concept that, the Doctor is a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey. He has different physiology. He has 2 hearts, different type of, he's a Time Lord brain. He doesn't have like a human brain. Everything's all different. He has so many different abilities. Very smart, even smarter than his own people, where they kind of fear him, different things. And he can regenerate at any time, and a new actor takes his place. It just he has a twisted personality, different facial expression, different facial features, and different size and shape, but he's still the same person. And it's like no matter what body he's in, still the same person.
For this new female that's coming.
You know what? I know everybody was laughing about my reaction. Even my enemies cracking up. And I gotta tell you, I look back at that sometimes and I watch. I'm like, wow. I don't think I've ever used the F word so many times. I just still can't find out where K9 went. I threw K9.
I was actually blushing all the time you were saying it.
I still can't find that dog. Where did K9 go? I was like, oh, you know what it is? It's from having experience with the show all this time.
Right.
And if they were going to make him a woman, they would have did it back in the day. They didn't. So all these excuses about, oh, we always had it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You never did it. Even if you tried to thought of it, because Tom Baker was a joke when he said, whoever, whether it be man or woman, because it was a joke that everybody took it out of proportion. They never would have did it in the past. And for now, it seemed to me, I don't like when, because even reading comic books, because I'm a writer too, I start to see things I wouldn't see before. Like they're pushing something through, trying to get to a point that they want everybody to comply with what they're going to do, what kind of change they're going to make. And the writing's on the wall. You could see Moffat's first appearance from his comedy, which was it's called Curse of the Fatal Death, and it was like sort of like a Saturday Night Live skit over in the UK. And it was comedy actors were just playing the part of the doctor, traveling with a companion, playing the part of the master, which is a villain. And he joked about the regeneration. He made the doctor regenerate numerous times until the final incarnation was a woman. Yeah, and they joked about that. So I was always saying, this guy's agenda is always going to be, he's going to be the one to get it done. Whether he has it in the last seconds of his job or the next person, he's going to plant the seed and they're going to do it, or they're going to do it eventually, And my whole thing is that, they've always made it that to change sex, it would have to be an upgrade or some type of altering of the regeneration energy or something to cause that effect. Because they said the Corsair was the first and only Time Lord to do it. And out of billions of years, one person does it somehow. Yeah. So that does not mean that you alter and retcon the whole history of the Time Lord Society and say that, oh, they just changed sex like they're changing a shirt. Right. Because then it wouldn't make sense to call them Time Lords. You call them Time Lady, you call them whatever. They don't. They're just Time Lords always. It was always like the
because there was already a Time Lord who was a woman.
But they never called her Time Lady, ever.
Right.
Ever. So it was just like mankind. You don't say womankind. It's like we're all mankind, like women and men, So it's Time Lord. So, but they that one episode, they put that little thing in there, and the next thing you know, they started experimenting. They started they showed an episode where the Eighth Doctor. Did you see that?
Which one is he?
It was a mini-sode that they did where
I'm
was
not
the 50? No. All right. Well, I'm not going to tell you, but they so slowly but surely you'll see different things where it looks like they're pushing that agenda. And for me, I don't like things retconned. I don't like things altered. I don't like things changed. If it's part of canon, okay. If one person did it, that doesn't mean everybody all of a sudden is going to do it right after. That's silly. So, but that's that. Now, what Doctor are you watching now?
I'm going to start watching Capaldi because you got me interested in Capaldi. So I'm going to start watching him next week.
Okay. Did you watch Tom Baker yet?
No, I'm almost through with the third Doctor.
Before you watch Capaldi, I would suggest you stay with the classic series, and I would suggest you go to Tom Baker. Tom Baker was my favorite. Okay. Then years later, when David Tennant came into the scene, he was my favorite. Now you have to understand, David. For anybody to be better than Tom Baker, for me, Tom Baker was the longest Doctor with the most episodes, the longest years in the role. And
they said 7 years, right?
A long time. And David Tennant became my favorite because he's been trying out for the role since he was like a kid. Like he was a Doctor Who fan. He would pretend to be the Doctor. He'd dress up as a Doctor for Halloween. All these different things he's done. Wanted to be the Doctor. So he's been training forever. And of course, when he gets the role, he's perfect because he knows it just comes so natural. Where he says all these scientific terms and everything, and it's like, wow. And he can change multiple emotions and you believe it. It's like 1 minute he can be nice, then he has to get serious, then he has to get funny. It's amazing. So he became my favorite. But I love Capaldi to death. He's great. And Matt Smith, I love. He's great too. Christopher Eccleston is a big actor. that got the role before. Like, he was a big actor before, and then he took on the role to bring it back. So definitely got to see Tom Baker. Spearhead from Space was great opener for John Pertwee with the Autons. He regenerated, and he steals the person's like cloak, and he takes the car. Betsy, I love John Pertwee, and you're gonna see his companion, Joe Grant, which I love her, and she even gave me a shout out.
I've seen Joe already. If it's the same Joe that was in the third Doctor.
Yeah,
I like her.
She gave us a shout out here, and I was very happy for that. She does a nice thing for her to do. But that's so exciting to know that we got somebody into Doctor Who, man. That's the goal, is just for people to see how great this show is, really. Because it stands the test of time.
Videos. I actually went about last month. I went all the way down to the very first video you did.
Wow!
Watched it.
Real Whovians.
Whatever your very first.
My videos before podcast was just about Doctor Who. It was me talking about Doctor Who.
It was an everyday everything.
Everything show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it was an everything show. It was the very first video you have.
Well, the very first video is even before the everything show. It's me doing videos about Doctor Who. All I was talking about was Doctor Who, and then I started talking about a lot of things. Then we did Whovians podcast, which was not on my channel; it was on someone else's channel. And then I think they're all erased, unfortunately. And then I started the Real Whovians cast.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I announced the show name in a limo that day. And I announced this podcast. I had like this limo. I was celebrating. I was whatever. And I went to pick up the kids, and I was like, coming. It was so cool that I was lucked out to do something like that. And then that's it. I mean, we kept talking about Doctor Who, and I created the Everything Show because I figured there was going to be a time where Doctor Who's not going to be on the air, and we talk every day, and what is everybody going to talk about? There's no Doctor Who on the air, so let's create something different. Let's do the Everything Show, which is about everything, And then I created other different shows too, but that is
not getting on topic, but I've always wanted to ask you this. I know your dislike of Star Trek Discovery.
Yes. I am a huge Trekkie. Huge. I've watched the original. I've watched Next Generation.
DVD.
I was just watching yesterday. I was just watching yesterday We'll Always Have Paris, which is season 1 of Next Generation. I think it's episode 23, I think, or something like that. I like that episode.
Something like that.
Because it shows like Picard and his past and his girly life, and the guy's a scientist with time travel and different things. But I loved Next Generation. I loved Deep Space Nine. I loved Voyager. I wasn't crazy about Enterprise because to me it was always going ahead, not backwards.
Yeah.
And while I did like the pilot, I didn't like the technology. It was like, eh. So for me, they lost me after a while because I'm like, to me, Kirk was my guy. Tom Baker was my doctor and Kirk was my captain, And when they tried to take all his victories where somebody else experienced it first, or all his legacy, and they're like, oh, Archer met the Romulans first, not Kirk. Oh, Archer traveled to the mirror universe, not Kirk. Oh, Archer was, and I'm like, no.
Archer did everything.
No, Kirk did it first. So I was like, nah, you lost me. And then I thought, that they were going to, with Discovery, I was hoping it was going to be, but for whatever reason, they want to go in the past, which, again, and I know it's a Real Whovians cast, but we're talking about it. They have to do ships that are so advanced that they couldn't possibly be in that time period because the technology was not like that. So then, they said there's a reason for it. If you watch it for 5 years or 10 years, Discovery, you'll find out. I don't believe it.
They're just saying that
just to watch
get people to watch it.
Just watch it. Sure, I will explain it. We'll explain it. Yeah, just like they explained who the future guy was in Enterprise, and they never did. So, you know, after a
Well,
while,
they said that was Archer, but it didn't sound anything like Archer.
nah, I thought it was like a Vulcan or something. I don't know. But anyway,
But
I'm still gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I know you like Discovery, and I know people do want me to review it. I don't want to pay for the all access, but
I don't like it.
Oh, you don't?
I don't like it that much.
Oh, okay.
What I did was when I heard about Discovery, and we kept hearing about it before it came on, I was the biggest opponent against it.
Okay.
But something just told me, why don't you just stop, don't expect anything, and just watch it.
Right,
and
which I did too.
And when I watched it, I liked the first 2 episodes.
Right.
But now it's not Star Trek, it's the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, exactly. See? Yeah, I know. And to me, I hated the first 2 episodes because I know how Vulcans are supposed to act.
Yeah.
And how in episode 2 she's all like stiff. Like that's illogical. And that's it. And all of a sudden you're like kicking it and you chill. Episode 1, you're like a human. Oh, so what if I had 7 years of Vulcan? Whatever. Oh, we're like this, me and the captain, like this. Like she's almost like my mom and stuff.
A good Vulcan nerve pinch.
Right. She's like, oh, we're like close. And I'm like, oh, and in my mind, she's like 7 years with the captain. So I'm like, okay, Riker, Picard, 7th season, Next Generation. That season, they're like this. You know, like, and I'm like, this is how the crew are. They're playing poker. They're chilling. They're in the holodeck. He's Dixon Hill. He's this one. And then, but 7 years for this one means absolutely nothing. Because when something happens, she's just like, Vulcan neck pinch. You're on the floor.
All loyalty has just been thrown away.
And I'm like, if you were a Vulcan with those teachings for years, you would not do that. And also as a Vulcan, you wouldn't go an eye for an eye. Like Sarek's talking, oh, well, it's understandable. Like, what do you mean, dude? That's not logical. What do you mean, oh, they killed your parents, like, screw them, basically? You're just like, what? You know, so I was like, wait a minute, what is he saying? What is he saying? And I'm like, how is he able to do a mind meld across the galaxy? That's new technology. What is that?
Yes, that really threw me.
God.
That's so stupid.
What is that?
It's impossible.
And then, like, this stuff about spores and bioweapon. I mean, are we in...
Engage the mushroom drive.
Are we like in this society now where let's just kill like planets and stuff? Like what's this about? Like and the black, you know, oh come on. I mean Area 31, where Area 31, Section 31, whatever the hell it's supposed to be.
I think they should change the name from Discovery to Section 31.
Yeah. And how was the first 2 episodes Discovery didn't even appear?
Yeah.
False advertisement.
Nothing.
False advertisement. You still don't got the whole crew probably of Discovery yet.
And have you heard the new stupid thing about Discovery? This guy on YouTube, he swears that TOS in an episode called where they meet what's his name?
Yesterday's Enterprise.
Gothos.
Oh,
the Square Gothos. And they find a planet, they're in a rush, and Kirk says, just take sensor readings. We don't have time to study this planet. And he goes by Uhura and says, Uhura, notify the Discovery. Notify the Discovery. Now, someone said in a script, he missed his words up. Kirk was supposed to say, notify Starfleet of the Discovery. Right. But he just said, notify the Discovery. Well, now they're trying to point it that he's talking about this Discovery. How? It wasn't
10 years later?
It wasn't even thought of.
God.
Oh, Lord. Continuity completely out of whack.
Well, that's why too. I'm a very an advocate of Doctor Who history being intact.
Yeah,
because I don't want them to change anything. I don't want them to.
No.
And that's what they're doing, and I'm like, no. Right away, I'm like, nope. I've watched it a million times. Nope. And that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spoil anything. Because anything I say, you don't know yet. So I do want to explain, like, you know, stuff. But then it's going to give away the finale and everything. What I suggest though is you gotta watch John Pertwee through and go in order. I'd say go in order. Why not?
Yeah.
There's no rush. I mean, you have till December if you want to watch the new Doctor, or if you want to. If not, you want to wait. But you could watch, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy. There's one episode of Paul McGann. Because then it was like a pilot for in America, Fox, or whatever.
Right.
Then you have Christopher Eccleston, and then I'll give you a list, and I'll give you whatever. Right. And if you got I think it's on Hulu. If you have Hulu, I don't know if you have Hulu, but there's also a thing BritBox.
I'm watching all the Doctor Who's on the internet for free.
Okay. So as long as you can get them, yeah. This Daily Motion has them too.
They got every episode.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you enjoyed so far, right?
Oh yes, I love it. I love the humor of the Third Doctor. I like the scientific of the show. He's just now going to use the TARDIS again to go to this alien world, and I'm loving it because I'm getting kind of tired that him staying on Earth.
Yes, we all make that. But you like the Brigadier though, right?
Right. I love the Brigadier.
He's great.
Love the Brigadier. I loved it. I saw episode of I think it was called The Five Doctors. Yeah. I loved him in it. I loved all of them. Of course, they even had the original First Doctor.
Well, they had a new actor play him because he died. William Hartnell died.
Not him?
No. So he passed away, but they had to have another doctor. Yeah. But hopefully, I mean, did you see the Three Doctors yet from John Pertwee?
Yes.
God, I love that. When Omega.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's great. Love Patrick Troughton's Doctor. The first Doctor, William Hartnell, he was sick in that episode, which is why he was in that pyramid thing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Because he couldn't walk around. He was sick. So
that's the one that I was talking about. I saw the Five Doctors, but it's the Third Doctor, the Three Doctors that I love.
That he was sick in that episode.
It was
and
great.
then he died eventually. But it was just that was a great episode to introduce Omega in the antimatter universe. Great, one of my favorite stories. Yeah.
I think I may ruffle some feathers about this, but the one of the funniest creatures that I've seen on Doctor Who is the Daleks.
Oh, the Daleks are funny. Yeah, they are.
They are funny.
They're hysterical. The way they talk and everything, it's just like.
And it seems like there's it seems like there's an alien creature in the Dalek universe.
In the Dalek is a creature, yeah.
Yeah, instead of
you'll see with Tom Baker's episodes. They'll really explore the Daleks in there. You'll enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
All right, so
now there's a thing with Doctor Who that's going on right now. It seems like they're selling parts of Doctor Who, and like you were talking about last night about the music and
I was annoyed because I read an article where they had said that after so many years they get like so many years worth is considered like a good selling thing. Like if you have 10 years worth of music, let's sell it off to this company. So that in other words, the company. I mean, the only thing is I think they have a clause in there that even if they sell it at any point in time, if they're doing Doctor Who, they can use it, but they could sell it to that company. And there's a delay in release of the music, which the music's amazing lately, and we can't get the score for Series 9.
It sounds like me that they're trying to sell everything of Doctor Who and just end the show.
Well, they sold K9 rights or lent it for a price to this company. Then K9 was on Who's the Dog with the Fourth Doctor, Electronic Dog,
right? And
he became on his own because they kind of sold him away a little bit. I don't know about permanently, probably not permanently, but it just seems to me like a lot of stuff that they do with the BBC, like they sold the Bake Off, they sold they lose things or they sell things, and it's like they're greatest shows. Like Top Gear, they fired everybody and then they went on Netflix and they're making millions. It's like So I don't know what they're doing. Why they would want to bite the hand that fed them for 54 years and put them on the map in the first place. Why you want to get rid of Doctor Who? But there are people. They have egos. They keep cutting the budget of Doctor Who. They keep screwing around with it. They keep, cutting our episode count, cutting our season. Sometimes we had a season where we had 1 episode or 2 episodes. It was the 50th anniversary and a Christmas special. And fans get tired of that because they drop off, and that's what happens with the ratings.
Right.
So I'm an advocate to keep the Doctor Who count the way it is, and let's go. Put them out faster because they're putting them out slower and slower every time.
I don't. If they want to do something different, I understand, but why not just bring back a different, a familiar Doctor?
I mean, the thing is that we could have had my biggest problem with the casting with the female Doctor is to me, I guess rules here, right? Like you can't say no men allowed for trying out for the role. The Doctor's been a man, They've done that. They've lied. I mean, even they said, we don't know if there was really a lot of women that tried out for the role. Could have been just her, and they just made a smoke screen. So to me, you don't know who the best person for the job is because you never interviewed them. You never gave them an opportunity, like every other Doctor's had. Every other Doctor, I think they even had women just just trying it out. Not this time. Not this time at all. It was totally like, this is her. She's it. That's it. And that's what I have a problem with. I have a problem with, how do you know? How do you know? People are wrong. And the way it was handled with her was always sugar-coated where, oh, no, don't talk to them. Don't talk to the fans. Don't. Why? Every Doctor's talk to the fans. Why? Why can't you talk to the fans? Why is it different with her?
They were keeping it a secret.
And then they make a whole agenda out of it. Which, oh, my God. If you say anything about her being a Doctor, you're a misogynist. You're evil. You're a racist.
I think they're afraid that it's not going to work out.
I didn't think that you needed to change the sex to bring the show to better ratings and better levels. Just do better writing. People get burned out. I mean, Moffat got burned out.
I think the only way that this is going to work out is if when Capaldi gets transformed into this woman character, that she stays in character of like Capaldi.
That or in the character of the Doctor, like you're a man now in a woman's body.
Yes.
You don't immediately be a woman. You don't know how to be a woman. You're probably tripping on high heels. You're probably trying so bad to become, but you're not. And maybe there was enough regeneration energy. Maybe that's why he became a woman. Maybe somebody forced a regeneration and became a woman. I don't think he just chose it because he can never choose it, even though they say he doesn't know how to control it. He doesn't know. They tried to make the last time that he subconsciously did, but he doesn't know what he's doing. He's not. That's the one thing he's never good at is regeneration. I mean, everybody probably is an expert about it, but not him. Just like he threw the rule book on how to fly the TARDIS out the window, but yet he's the best pilot there is. He's better than them. So, and he learned himself. He learned everything went wrong, how to fix it, how to fly it, how to whatever.
Right.
Where even the best experts flying the TARDIS weren't good enough. So.
Wouldn't it be funny if the first episode of her alone, standout episode of just her, would be her trying to figure out how to put her makeup on?
That would be hysterical. Well, they did. I mean, that would be hysterical because it'd be like, and that's like the most important thing. It's like, okay, then she comes out and she's all like messed up, and that'd be funny. It's gonna be interesting to see
because if she.
It's going to be interesting.
How's she going to come up? How's she going to regenerate? And I think she should regenerate.
No, she's going to be in his clothes.
No makeup on.
Well,
in his clothes with no makeup or nothing.
They're not going to do that. It's going to be like, they're not. I
know. But how do you explain her with makeup?
Yeah, they'll just be very good makeup. I don't know. But you know what? I mean, it's an interesting perspective for you because you don't really know the Doctors. So you're starting it the first time. you know. But
Yeah.
I want to see, as time goes on, you tell us about what you thought of this episode, and if you're still gaining interest or losing interest, because it's beginning for you, and it's good to watch how you evolve.
The only way that I'll lose interest is the new Doctor, because I've already seen 2 episodes of the Doctor of the 2000 Doctor, when BBC brought it back.
Well, Chris Eccleston.
The new
Doctor
first one
with Rose and all that.
Yeah, and I saw him. And I think her name was Rose.
Yeah, I love her. She's great. Billy Piper. Yeah.
And I saw 2 episodes of it, and I love it, but I just had to go back to the 3rd.
I know, you got to finish. I know, you got to finish, yeah.
I'm addicted to the 3rd Doctor.
But Doctor Who started it all for me. I mean, started everything. Star Wars. Well, actually, no, Star Wars.
We didn't have it on PBS. We didn't have it on PBS or nothing.
Actually, no. Star Wars, no. Star Wars, I believe I saw, was one of my first movies when I was little. It was in 77, I think. When I was really young. I think it was 77. I think I was like 3 or something. But I did see that. But I don't really know, I looked at it or whatever. But Doctor Who really got me into a lot of different stuff. Back to the Future, and all these different shows that I got into.
The only thing that I liked that I ever knew about British shows was Blake 7. And I am crazy of Blake 7.
Right.
Love it.
Okay.
But we never saw Doctor Who.
Yeah, I know. It was hard for us because we had our UHF, like change stations, and there was like that secondary dial, if you remember. Yeah.
Well, I didn't get cable until 1991.
Right.
we still had 3 stations on rabbit ears until 91.
Remember the rabbit ears? That's fun.
Yes.
Remember putting tin foil on the rabbit ears and trying to move it this way. Move it. All right, we're good. We're good. We used to have to get up and turn the channel. It was like, all right.
What about the TV? When you broke the knob, you had to get pliers to turn the knob.
Yes. That was great. That was funny. Everybody had pliers.
Those were the good old days.
Everybody had pliers then. You knew what pliers were. But even when it was raining, it was like a storm. You had to move the antenna.
Some people ask me, how do you even know that stuff? You're so young. I said, I'm almost 50.
Right.
I remember those times I lived in them.
Oh, yeah.
We even had a milkman, and they're going like, what? You're that old? Yeah.
It's just a number to me. Yeah. I mean, I find that I don't think of myself as a number. I think of me how as I feel, and I'm like a kid. So I'm like, oh, I gotta get this toy. Oh, I gotta get this toy. Yeah, only difference is I work, I have a girlfriend, I have kids. It's like, but I'm still the same, like I was, just a little older. I don't even know if I'm wiser, but it's like, oh, look at that. I got, just like, I went to my buddies at Hypnotronic Comics, and they were giving it away, and they're like, you like Star Trek? I'm like, of course! They gave me the whole box set in VHS, which I saw my VCR, of the Star Trek 1 through Undiscovered Country.
Right.
And I was like, oh, yeah, hell yeah, give me that. I was like, even though I got them on DVDs and stuff like that, but I was like, oh, I love it,
Well, if a new edition or remaster of the old Star Trek movies comes out, I got to get it.
Oh, of course. I mean, I went to conventions. I bought the figures. I used to buy, and Doctor Who never had this here because it wasn't, but Star Trek was big here. I would buy them by the case. Deep Space Nine first series of figures comes out. I used to buy 2 cases each. Right. I used to have, and then I used to buy Star Wars figures, everything, and all stuff. And when my kids came into the picture, and they were little, they wanted to open these, and these are some of them I saved for collectibles. But I let them open it because I'm like, oh, my kids got to get introduced to that. The hell with it. It's not about the value; it's about the fun, So I was like, okay. But
I've always wanted to go to a convention and never could get to go to one. We had one in Monroe, the next town from where I live.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't get. I bought the tickets. I had already bought the tickets, but I got so sick that I couldn't go. And it was going to be with Mark Leonard and Chekhov. They were going to be the guests.
Oh boy.
I didn't get to go.
I used to go. Back in the day, I went to all these different things, and I went to WrestleMania. I was big with wrestling too. Went to WrestleMania 10, I think it was. Was it 10? Yeah. And then I went to Monday Night Raw, and I went to concerts, and I used to spend money on everything because I was working. I was young.
Yeah.
Throwing my mind to all these different things. I had no responsibility, so I'm like, and I'm like buying action figures, getting stuff in my car.
I was into wrestling in the 70s and 80s. I can remember when Hulk Hogan was in Mid-South Wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was just going over the old cars. If you've probably seen them, everything showing up.
Yes.
Showing all my stuff
I love the cars
in my vault. Yeah. So I have, it's a funny thing. I got my whole area here. I didn't even I like to have the Buddhist Ball beefcake and all that stuff. I have them like over here. Like I still have, King Harley Race. Wow. It's crazy. Jesse the Body. But,
yeah, I remember him.
I know this is Doc 2K, so we're just talking in general. But
that's okay.
That's all right. I break my own rules sometimes. That's all right. I was watching old episodes of Real.
I've never done a YouTube video in my life.
Oh wow! So you're first. So
my first.
Nice. It's not only video; it's a podcast. So there you go.
Yeah, I've done videos on my Facebook page, cooking videos and stuff. But this is the first YouTube.
Well, I figure like anybody that's new, it's easier to just deal with me, like break you in before you just throw you into like all these people in there, which you get nervous. You're like, oh my God, there's all these people, I don't want to talk to them, So I'm like, all right, let me just do it,
I can't wait to talk to Vaughn and Scott. They're my favorites.
Vaughn's amazing. Vaughn's amazing. Scott's amazing. Chris is amazing. Everybody's great.
That she get better.
Yeah. You know what it is? I mean, she's been sick for a while, and then sometimes I get sick too. I mean, yesterday I was like, I was not feeling too hot, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. And then today I woke up and I'm like, the main thing is as long as you get out of bed, take your shower, wash your face, go out to whatever, and do your thing and go to work or whatever.
I'm not going to start anything, but I just wanted to let you know face to face that I'm sorry you're going through some stuff.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Everything.
Yeah. You know what it is? It is.
Who your friends are.
You take the. Well, I was going to say you take the good, you take the bad, but then I'm like, that's the facts of life. What am I saying? No.
Yeah.
No, but like it's true. You have to go through a lot, and when you have a YouTube channel and as it grows, it's expected that people are going to screw with you, or use you, or whatever. Because and again, for me, I laugh because I'm like, I'm nobody special, I think. But people do think I'm special. I don't. I mean, I'm not a huge YouTuber, but then again.
You are special. You're the Matrixlord.
Well, thank you. But, I mean, maybe people just really think I'm special because I have all these videos. They see my face all the time. 5,400 videos. I don't know. But anyway. Thank you. Well,
I shared one of your videos on my Facebook page, and I said, this man is a YouTube superstar.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
It's kind of like my friend Stuart Foley, who has a little plug Trek Yard show. He's become like a superstar.
Good.
He talks about Star Trek ships and everything.
Oh, wow.
They dissect the ships.
Oh, I'm enough too. I bought the manuals and where's the ship and where's the bridge, where's this. I have like the map and the architect drawing of the. I'm crazy like that. Yeah, I bought the Klingon dictionary and I was trying to learn the Klingon
ships. I've even written some manuscripts about Star Trek and sent them to Simon Schuster, and they just send them back. But I got several of them back that said, this is not the direction we're leading to right now.
Okay.
And but it didn't stop me from writing. I wrote 40 manuscripts. They were all turned down, but
wow.
I kept.
You know what it is?
writing.
I had a buddy, a friend that he went through that. He sent all this stuff in, and then he was heartbroken that they stole something of his, and he was just wrecked, and he didn't want to write anymore. And and he was telling me, before I did my book, he's like, be careful where you send your stuff, where your book. And to me, from seeing what he went through, I was like, I think I'm just going to self-publish because I'll be my own boss, and I don't have to worry about people stealing it because I have proof that I'm sending it in and different things. And of course, if they don't like you, they tell you, oh, this stinks. We can't. Not that they're going to tell you it stinks, but they say, no, it's not what we're looking for. It's not just give them money and they do it. I mean, if they don't like it, that's why you have a team. And people are like, oh, this is a good idea. This is a bad idea. Oh, this title sucks. And I've had people open-minded. They didn't care if they got money from me. They're like, yeah, that title sucks. I just like flat out. And I like that because you don't want to have an ego. And you don't want to have a thing where maybe you're making a mistake. Maybe you're going in the wrong direction, And you need like, constructive criticism sometimes to put you on the right path. But I enjoy doing books. Yeah.
I shared your video where you were talking about one of your books.
Okay.
And you had held up your book, and I went to the internet and I looked up that book, and I read the synopsis of the book, and I shared that on my Facebook page, and my friend from Texas went to the bookstore and bought one.
Oh, it was in the store. Wow. See, you know what the thing is? That's great, because the funny thing is that I don't know which stores they're in. But I hear things from you guys that are like, oh, it was in Ohio, and oh, it was really?
Well, it wasn't Barnes and Noble. It was a sorry, discount store.
No, but that's good though. I didn't even know it's there. Yeah. That's great.
She loved it. She loved it.
Really? Which one was it?
I can see the picture of the book cover. It's a man and a woman. Has something to do with time travel or something.
Well, that's it. That people think it's just poetry. It's not.
But
I mean, I got it's a whole fictional characters, and there's a whole story behind it. So yeah.
But she loved it.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Thank you. That means a lot. I'm always writing, and it's like I have my characters and where I want them to go and stuff like that, and hopefully, evolve my craft of writing into doing different things.
Well, I've literally stopped writing because I haven't had time enough for it, because I've been out singing.
Cool.
With my group, and
look at you.
Yeah, I'm a Conway Twitty impersonator.
Ah.
Yeah.
You gotta send me some links. You gotta send me some links.
Actually, we haven't even videotaped ourselves singing or nothing.
Why? But, you should do that.
We're all I can say this word because I am
technologically savvy.
Retard.
Oh, you're not. You are not. Definitely.
I don't own a computer. I don't own a notebook or nothing. This is a small Samsung Galaxy S5. A Samsung Galaxy Amp 2. That's it.
But it's working great, though.
Yeah.
The picture's beautiful. It's great. Well, usually we have problems even with the best of technology. What happened?
I said, of course it's great. I'm the J-Man.
That's right. You are. But you know what? Even with the best technology, we have problems sometimes when we're doing the cast.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've had problems with Google, and I'm like, oh, why?
I'm grateful for you telling me how to get on this thing, because I had no idea how you get on these casts.
And believe me, I'm not technologically savvy either. I mean, my cast members had got me into Google and this.
You're better than me.
But my computer's so shot that when the funny thing was, my computer is so messed up that when someone had put like a virus on this thing and I went to watch it, and the virus was there was a warning that the virus is trying to mess up my computer, My computer was so messed up it couldn't do anything. So I was like, well, should I be happy or should I be upset by that? I don't know. But hey, you know what? It's working. So, okay.
Yeah.
This is corrupt. My Windows are corrupt. So you can't corrupt Windows if they're already corrupt. I mean, it's like, oh my God, what happened? I don't even know what that means, but I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I've taken this computer to experts and they're like, oh, what do you mean get another computer? Be a genius. Fix this thing for me. Fix it. You know, I don't believe it. Just like the TARS could always be fixed. Okay. You know, it's like, but I just don't want to let go.
I had a computer once, and the only thing that I knew how to do was click the icon for YouTube and watch videos. That was it. That's all I knew.
I had this TV. We got a TV. Sharon's friend gave us a new TV, and we hooked it up finally, and I didn't know how to hook up and everything. And I'm seeing, oh my God, I can watch myself on TV now. Because you get to have an icon on the TV, and you can watch YouTube on the TV. I'm like, oh, that's me. I'm like, oh wow, that's cool. I'm like watching myself. I'm like, oh my God, you know. But I have fun. It all started with Doctor Who, and everything came from there. And then before you know it, many different casts, many different varieties, and of course different characters. If you've seen, do my own characters, like Saturday Night Live has their own characters. I have my own little things, joking around. You got to have fun, and this was a great outlet for me after I go to work and I just do casts, or on my day off I do casts. And
this is kind of therapeutic for you too.
It's great. I glow when I'm on here. I'm like happy, and then it makes me better throughout the day. If I were to do something else, I'm like all happy. I do my thing and talk to my friends and talk to new people. I mean, what better thing than to come on the computer? You can talk to anybody, people in the UK, people in Australia, people all parts of the world, and just talking to you. You know, just in a thing about the stuff you love to talk about. It's the greatest thing.
Actually, someone told me about your channel.
Okay.
They hadn't subscribed, but they have seen several videos of yours.
Okay.
And they told me to check it out one night that you were talking about Star Trek, and I said, well, you know me, I love Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
And I got into it, and it was like candy to a baby. I got addicted to it.
That's cool. And you know what too? I
have so many channels on my YouTube subscriber thing.
Right.
And the first thing that I always, when I go on it, I have to go see if Matrixlord is on.
I know that I've heard stories last week that when I did that 101 videos, people like, dude, my thing was beeping like crazy. You just didn't stop. And it's like, how many videos are you going to do? And please. And I'm like, why? It's why? You're nuts. And it's like I like them. Yeah. And then, of course, there was, you know, and then it's like, and I'm like, look, I wish I could do everything show and Real Whovians for 40 minutes or whatever, but it was impossible with my deadline to get them all that way, so I had to do short ones. But I said they'll return, which they did last time. Scott just started rambling about, I started talking about when I worked at retail and all these things, and we went in all different directions. It was nice. It was relaxing.
Right.
Who the heck is that? Okay. I'll call her back. And that's another thing. 3 phones? Ugh. Crazy. No, I have my phone, which is an old 5 something. And then I got from work, one job has this one job has this one. So if this job needs to reach me or this job needs to reach me, and then somebody even wanted to give me a 4th phone, and I said no, because that's it. 3 is the line.
Well, what do you do for a living?
Well, I have
what do you do for a living?
One phone in the medical field. I work for a medical thing where we do thermal ablations of the veins, like whether it would be great saphenous, small saphenous, Giacomini, or anterior accessory. Right. You know, like you have a reflux with your leg, and the vein is diseased and it doesn't work, and we either have to ablate it out, which is we could either use a laser and get it out of there, or we could do radio frequency. Exactly. So we use the ultrasound Doppler. I'm talking gibberish. People are like, what the hell is he talking about? yeah, it's like, okay, but we use an ultrasound Doppler, and we see, where the problem is, and we stick a catheter in, we numb up the leg with fluorescence and all that, and we stick a catheter in, and then we cook the vein, burn it out of there, and then we take the catheter out, and then you have to wear a compression stocking, and you wrap up the leg, and for a couple of days you have to have the wrap on there, and then the next day you could shower, but then you got to have like a compression stocking on. So a lot of people like to do this when it's the colder months, because if it's in the summer months or spring months, then they're wearing this heavy thing around their leg and it's sweating, But we do that.
I had to do that just recently. They put a big old stocking thing around my legs to try to get the swelling down. To try to get the swelling down.
But what do you have? See, now I'm starting to ask you questions. Like, you have itching, burning, you have swelling now? You're swelling at the end of the night?
For the past 2 years, I've had around my feet and legs. I'm in a 15 XXX shoe because of the fluid in my feet.
We'll talk off air, because I know people be like, Matrixlord, this is a real Whovian. Like, why are you talking about medical? What are you talking about cooking? What?
Hey, it's technobabble. We can talk about
they're
it.
Like, what is he saying? Something's wrong. They'll critique me. They're like, look at his hair.
Technobabble in Doctor Who.
Right? Yeah. They're like, look at his hair. He lost his hair. No, I got a haircut. It's like you don't understand. They know everything. People, when I don't wear a polo shirt, it's like, oh my God, because he always wears polo shirts. What happened? Something wrong? He's wearing a T-shirt. Oh my God. Oh my God. They'll know if I have my headphones on from my iPhone or my old school headphones. So it's funny, but they know me. They know me. Like, why is he wearing his glasses? Why is he not wearing his glasses?
That I have. I only have 2 phones. I have one, this one, and the other one is a broken screen phone that can hardly work, and I use it for my games, and that's it. That's the only phones I have. So
anyway, with that job, we also do phlebectomies and sclerotherapy, which, and there's some Botox and there's some liposuction in there too. He does. But the job has been less and less. Like, he's on his vacation now, but so besides that, I also manage a mall. So in the same place. So cool. I'm like, it's cool. I like dealing with people. And then of course I'm a writer, so I write for the magazine that's in the local area there, and I write about businesses and stuff like that, and they like to write. Well, I met them because they wrote stories about me, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll talk about my books. Okay, I'll talk about my YouTube channel, and I'm like,
so you're a multitasker.
So I'm like, all right, can I write for you? And I'm like, okay, and I started writing for them, and which hasn't been a lot lately either, but so then I just do different things. I try to help businesses grow because my 20 years in retail background and my marketing and
come to Bastrop, Louisiana. We need your help.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay.
God. Ever since the mill closed, it's a ghost town.
Oh no. Oh boy. We'll talk about that.
We actually
people are screaming right now. People get mad when they're like, how dare you? I'm trying to listen about Doctor Who. You're talking about veins? You son of a... It's like, like people get angry. They do. And I get angry too. Like when I watch Star Trek Discovery parts 1 and 2, and I don't see Star Trek Discovery, I get pissed. So I can understand false advertisement. They get mad. But sticking with Doctor Who, because that's what we're talking about. So yeah, you will grow in the Whovian community. You watch your stuff. We'll have you on. And you can be on the Everything Show too, because I'm sure you like other shows besides Doctor Who.
Oh, I love... don't even get me started. I have on my memo the days of the weeks and what shows I watch.
I'm sure you watch what we watch, some of the stuff. I'm
Supergirl.
Sure. Oh, yeah, there you are. It's like
The Flash.
Yeah.
Bull. I love Bull.
I see the posters.
Orville. God, I love the Orville.
That was great last night. Great.
Yes.
One of the best last night. And it was very serious. I know they joke around, but that was a serious episode last night.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, I'm so happy that's getting a second season. I'm very happy with that.
Oh, they are going to get a second season.
Yeah. And but Discovery was already announced second season before it even came out because they just
that was stupid. Whoever does that? Nobody does that.
People do that if they're worried about something failing and they don't want it to look like
trying to get you to watch.
They made a mistake, so they're like, "Oh yeah, look how popular it is. It made second season before it even aired." You know, they do that though. They'll take the loss because they don't want to admit. Just like you'll see on we do box office numbers, and they refuse to tell you what the budget is. And I'm like, why can't you tell us what the budget is?
I have told you several times on the comment of your videos.
Yeah, my little pony. You told me the budget. Yeah.
Yeah, found on Wikipedia.
Well, that's a good help to us because, like, a lot of time I usually like the box office mojo most of the time, but you know, sometimes they just don't want to listen. You have to go searching. So thank you for searching for that. Yeah, but they don't like in Humans. They said, you know, they did it dirt cheap and everything, and they don't want to admit it's a failure, so they refused to cancel it. They said let it just run out. But they could have canceled it on episode 2 or 3. But no, they just stubborn. You know, just like they made. And the funniest thing is they got called out because ABC wanted to cancel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Marvel complained to Disney because that's their owner and Disney owns ABC. Right.
They want to cancel my show.
And Disney's like, no. And so there you go, another season of S.H.I.E.L.D. or 2 because it's going to be connected supposedly directly with the movies, which if it's going to connect with the movies, they can't cancel it because there's going to be stuff happening probably on the show within the next year or so. So, of course, they don't cancel it, no matter what the ratings are. And that's the funny thing.
I have to wait until a movie comes out on Redbox because our theater closed 3 years ago.
You know what? Mine did too. I'm so upset because we used to go right here, blocks away. Now I have to hop on a bus and have to go all the way around to the other side, and it's more expensive. But I was so happy when it was right here.
Yeah,
it was great. Now we got to travel. So I wanted to see Happy Death Day today, but it probably doesn't look like I'm going to see it today. Maybe on the weekends. I like horror movies too, besides sci-fi. Like I'm a big horror movie nut. Okay, so I know people that this wasn't all about Doctor Who, but it was Doctor Who in it a little bit. I know, I get it. There will be more, don't worry.
Just edit it and say this is everything.
No, we can't even edit it anymore. YouTube took the editor away. Yeah.
No.
They want you to buy like editing software or get an app or whatever and just it's horrible.
There's got to be another YouTube-like thing for people.
You know what it is? It might. Some of the stuff ain't that good, and it's like you have to pay money. I can't pay money. But I found one thing that when I do my things, I piece them together if I'm doing it on the iPhone. But these things, it's really hard to do because you can't put the length of a video podcast on the phone because it destroys the memory, and then edit it together. I just gotta have to do it on the computer, but. I'll figure it out. I'll get some type of editing software, and I don't like to edit stuff anyway. I like everybody to just talk free and whatever. And I'm not when it becomes like a job and it's like work. I don't enjoy it. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah. We said we had to say.
If there's no enjoyment, just quit.
Say there ain't no script here. There ain't no you have 2 minutes and you have 2. No, you're gonna talk. You're gonna talk. We'll just wait until you're done. We'll talk to him. That's my whole thing. I was never for like that. It's like if it's not natural, and if it's unnatural, then I don't want it. That's why I do my shows. It's like there may be a thing where I may not want certain things. Like one of the main things when I do casts with people, and I say to them, even if they're my regular members or not, there's 2 rules. There's don't disrespect me, on air. If you want to talk about something, we talk off air. Don't ever try to like one up, me or any of the other cast members. Don't try to attack anybody. Don't use this as a forum to attack people, and sometimes like I don't want the cursing to be excessive, but I don't want the nonsense to be excessive. But then of course people get mad because they're like, you're censoring us, and I'm not all that, because then people think that I'm like that, and I'm not like that. So if people are just like talking like a sailor, I don't want them to think I do that. Although, when you announce a doctor becomes a woman, I start talking like, you know, like whatever. It was like,
I
beep, beep, beep,
I just
beep,
love
beep,
that
beep.
video when you were doing the when you were finding out that it was a woman, and that expression on your face.
And Gloria too. Gloria started crying on the cast. You know, and I'm like,
yes. I don't see her on the cast anymore.
She'll be back. When there was the thing with Florida, she evacuated to Atlanta.
Oh no! I hope she's okay.
Well, last I heard, she was in Atlanta, and I don't know yet what damages were in Florida. I don't even know if she's back. I tried reaching her. She was in Atlanta. No, she lived in Florida, but she evacuated to Atlanta. Yeah. So, I mean, she'll be back on because I see her popping up every day.
And then the other hurricane headed for Alabama.
Yeah.
Lord, God, that South is getting hit this year.
I tell you, all these disasters is like, it's crazy. And they have a disaster movie that came out this week, too, Geostorm now.
Yeah. Thank God Louisiana got spared. Jeez.
Wow.
Oh.
Were you living there when they had the Katrina?
I'm in almost touching Arkansas, so we were spared.
Oh wow!
But yeah, I remember Katrina because we had a lot of people that stayed here.
Wow!
That did not go back to New Orleans.
Is anybody like Doctor Who over there or no? Is it Doctor Who fans there? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we like I said, I never knew what Doctor Who was, right. And I have seen teenagers with Doctor Who T-shirts.
Oh wow, okay.
And I'm going like, is that a new doctor in town or something?
Right, you don't know what it was, right? What it was. Why is there a doctor with a police thing? What is that about?
There's Doctor Who T-shirts at Walmart.
Oh wow, that's cool. I got to find out from you off air what that bookstore was because I get so happy when I find out that my books are in the stores.
It was a thrift store.
It was a what?
It was a thrift store. It was a thrift store.
But someone somewhere.
Someone owned it and donated it to this religious thrift store.
That's nice. That's good. Yeah. Very nice. I actually donated a book to one library, and then I donated my books for making strides for breast cancer to get a donation for charity for the war. So I gave away like a whole bunch of hardcovers and stuff for the cause. So that was, I do that too. That's cool. Mm-hmm. All right, so you're going to still watch Doctor Who, and you're going to be on the Everything Show with us, and the Whovians cast time to time. It was a pleasure to meet you. You're a great addition to our channel now and our podcast, so welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.